Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video. In today's video, we're diving into PKA level 200 plus against S-Shark with pretty much the same team that I already put out in, well, not pretty much, exactly the same team that I put out in the previous video. However, a couple of people were saying that the damage does seem kind of tight with like a level 1 Ace, with a level Super Tandem 1 Zoro and Sanji. So I thought I would sort of retweak it and showcase how I'm actually running it, which is a little bit different to the actual video that I put out. I did put a pinned comment. Well, I think ATC commented, and then I responded to that, and I pinned that comment. So hopefully you guys had a suss of that. And I saw a lot of people not really knowing about how to charge the Zoro Sanji super switch ability, so I thought I would sort of just do another little video whilst I'm playing PKA to sort of just break down exactly how the new system works, as well as the Zoro Sanji strat. Now, Zoro Sanji have an ability where if they tap with a Recovery, Wano, or Tandem Orb, they get one turn of Super Swap charge. Now, as you guys can see here, we started with the we started with a Tandem Orb thanks to the Roger support. So that way, we actually keep a Tandem Orb through the entire quest. As you guys are probably noticing, I'm tapping with Zoro Sanji last, and the reason I'm doing this is because it actually counts as tapping with a Tandem Orb. However, it doesn't actually consume said tandem slot. So as you can see, we are now at 2 instead of being at something like, what, 3 or 4. And then once we hit this particular stage against Kaku, we can actually consume it because now we're at 1 turn of cooldown, which we're going to get on turn 4 anyway. So it's a really nice, cheeky way of getting your super swap charges ready to go without actually needing to stall and utilizing the broken abilities that Zoro and Sanji can provide. Obviously, if you get like some sort of orb manipulation on turn 3 and you lose that tandem orb, it's not going to work, but at the same time, like, it's just a really, really nice way to get a lot out of the Zoro Sanji abilities without needing to stall the 7-8 turns, or whatever it is, to actually get their charges. And that's what makes them just way better than stuff like Wiping and Ace and stuff like that. So once you hit turn 4, this is where things start to change a little bit. We're going to swap with Zoro and Sanji first. That gives us an attack boost for 1 turn, which then can be overwritten with Lilith and Usopp. Lilith and Usopp have an ability where if you have an attack boost live, they actually become 3-turn chain boundary. So we're going to utilize this here instead of using the Ace special, which is what I was previously doing. And the reason we want to use this here is because both characters can remove the damage nullification that Lucci has. There's also a bomb slot barrier, so that's why we are switching with them first. So now we've got bomb slots for the barrier. We have 3 turns of a chain boundary. We have an attack boost and an orb boost for this particular stage. And then on the final stage, we can actually use the Ace special, which is going to allow us to get 3 turns of an orb buff. And then we can use his EX to give us a 2-turn attack boost, which is going to be very nice. So that way when the revive comes around, we're going to have enough damage. We're going to have to save specials. I know a lot of people were trying to save the EX of Sabo. They were trying to save the specials of Kuma. But unfortunately, like, you need like 99% of your damage, or 90% of your damage, I should say. I think it's 90%. 90% of your damage needs to come on turn 1. So taking those specials away is going to drastically hinder what you've actually got provided. I have the body support there just to showcase, like, you guys can run a different ship. I would recommend using a ship that doesn't allow you to hit perfects easier. Otherwise, like, turn 3 is going to be a bit of a bitch. On the final stage, we're going to use the Sabo special first. That is going to give us the special bind removal, as well as locking the orbs of Usopp and Lilith. That's actually quite important, so that way you get the Super Tandem on the revive as well. Works out quite nicely thanks to that Paris support being cerebral characters. We can then use the Ace special. Ace is going to give us a full board of dex slots and an orb buff, so we want to actually use him fairly quickly. Then we can use the Ace EX to give us 2-turn attack boost to our Dex, Shooter, and our Free Spirit characters. Now this whole team is now Dex, Shooter, or Free Spirit, because Ace will actually turn the fighter class into a shooter, and he'll turn, as long as it's the first class, I think it is, and then he'll turn the and then he will just buff them with his attack boost. So this entire team gets all the buffs, works out quite nicely, because he buffs Dex Dex as well, which Zoro Sanji will actually turn into. So Super Saiyan with Zoro Sanji works perfectly. You got a full board of tandem orbs, as well as a extra character that's hitting with type advantage. You can use the special of Zoro and Sanji. That's going to increase your attack, increase your orbs, give you a chain boost and chain multiplicative. We then have Kuma to give us color affinity, which he also increases. We have the EX of Sabo to give us 10 turns of auto heal. And then the Luffy special, because we have the auto heal now, it gives us an increased damage taken, as well as a, what's it called? There's increased damage taken as well as a conditional boost against that. Now, the way we tap here is we want to use the Ace Rush last, but I'm already over 200 and I haven't actually needed Ace's Rush yet. So, if you guys are in the same boat there, you guys should be okay. So, we're going to tap with Sabo, Kuma, Luffy into Zoro Sanji and then into Lilith. Okay, is that what we're calling him now? Lilith and Usopp. And then we're going to finish it off with Ace if you need the rush. You could always start with Ace if you want to, but then it is going to trigger the Sabo Super Tandem, which is going to be a lot weaker than something like the Zoro Sanji ability there. So let's get this done. Bing. Remember, you are going to keep orbs on Usopp and Lilith, which is always going to be very, very handy. Bing. So as you can see there, over 200, still don't need the Ace Rush ability. However, if you guys don't have a level 5 Zoro Sanji, you obviously might need to activate his Rush. And with his Rush at level 1, it's still going to give you more damage than not having a Rush at all. On the revive, it comes back with 10% HP. As you can see, we still have the attack boost, the conditioner boost, and the orb buffing ability. We have a lot of ways of generating matching orbs here, and we still have that tandem orb on Lilith and Usopp, which is going to help out a great deal with actually getting the super tandem ability of Zoro Sanji once again. So, as you can see, I suck at hitting perfects apparently. So, we get the super tandem again. This is where we're definitely going to need the rush ability. So, if you guys are doing your rushes on turn 1, I would make sure that you leave yourself a little bit of HP, so that way you can actually activate, at least activate the rush on the revive. Like, at least activate the rush. So, there you guys go. That is PKA level 200 plus with a guaranteed 4 drops, which is always pretty tasty. But like I said, that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies. Oh, no himmos once again. Oh man, it sucks. Sucks not having any of like the end of month batch. Like, it's absolutely rough trying to get these game titles. But as I mentioned, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.